Bring the lion out. Bring the lion out. Bring the lion out.
What up, y'all? It's your man, Sir Kevington, aka Kevin Tyler Lyons, and we are coming to you live from South Florida for the inaugural edition of the Straight from the Lyons Den Podcast with my co-host and my wife of 21 years, the fabulous, the gorgeous, the beautiful, the intelligent, Miss Virginia Tolliver Lyons. How are you?
How are you doing, baby love? And welcome everyone to Into the Lyons Den. You know, I was going to tell you, babe, that intro is really cool. I like the song. I like that intro. Yeah, that's really dope. Yeah, Into the Lyons Den.
You got a lot of history with lions.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I figured it makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much. I was that way to Tolliver Lyons. But anyway, everybody welcome. We are here just to bring you some entertaining information, news, fun facts, family stuff, chop it up, talk about everything and anything, and just lose ourselves in the moment with you so that you can be able to get to know us. As you guys, we will get to know you when you talk to us and send us how you feel.
There you go. So we're going to have a lot of things to talk about. We're going to keep everything light. We're going to have a good time, entertain, educate, you know. So we are here in sunny South Florida. Beautiful, beautiful weather. We live in paradise, and we don't take that for granted. So I apologize to you folks.
So it's about 100 degrees outside, and humidity is 99.
Yeah, but, you know, if I'm
dying.
I'd still rather be 5 minutes away from a beach. And I don't have to worry about winter clothes and Timberlands.
I mean, that's the beauty of living out here in South Florida. It's like you don't have to have 15 layers of clothes to go outside. It's like in New York, when we lived in New York, it would be, what do you have to put on? You have to put on, if you want to, some long johns. This is in the winter, folks. Some long johns, or for girls, could be tights. Then you're wearing your jeans. Then you're wearing your socks. Then you're wearing your Timberlands, because that's a New York thing. I'm so sorry. I am still a New Yorker by heart. My heart is always be in New York. My soul right now is in Florida. My heart will always be in New York. But you wear your Timberlands, and then there it goes. Then the top goes on. Put on the T-shirt. Put on the other sweater. Put on the jacket. And it'll be a puffy jacket at that.
18 layers of clothing to go outside for 5 minutes.
With a Scully.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about those.
I don't know if people know what Scully is.
No, they can Google it. They got Google now.
Yeah, Scully was like the hat that you would wear that looks like you belong in prison, and you would put that over your head.
Everything we had to like we belong in prison.
When we lived in New York back in the day, back in the 90s. I was there, but that was fun. Those were fun times, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
It was fun times.
Right. Those are stories.
The music and the clothes and the lifestyle. Well, that was fun.
That goes... Well, if anybody saw the last verses between Jadakiss and Lox and Dipset, you know exactly what we're talking about. And if you haven't, you need to go Google that. The last verses, there was murders taking place on stage. Lyrically, let me straighten that out. Lyrically murdered. But anyway, we're down here in South Florida. We've been down here since 2007. And it's been an adjustment, but it's been a great adjustment. You do things for your kids. So we wanted to give a different life to our kids, for ourselves. And it's been great for our older son, who's now 20 and working. Yeah. I won't drop where he's working at.
20 working and going to school.
Yes. And our 6-year-old princess, Miss Jasmine Olivia.
Yes.
Who's currently in last week of gymnastics summer camp before her butt goes back to school.
Yes.
So we can talk about back to school stuff, because all the kids are going back to school, right?
Yeah, and they said I'm about to go this weekend and go back to school shopping. Oh my God, I can't. That's gonna be chaotic. Last year when the pandemic happened, I went to Walmart, and usually when you go to Walmart, and most people know when you go to Walmart or any of these type of big name stores, and they have the back to school stuff, everything is everywhere, anywhere. Pens, markers, crayons, papers, notebooks, everywhere, anywhere. You're scrapping around trying to look for stuff. When I went to Walmart during the time of the pandemic and they still had the back to school stuff, it was all in pristine condition. Pristine condition. That was around September, October. all the books were there, all the pens were supposed to be, all the markers were in the right box, all the crayons were lined up. I was like, wow. So this weekend I gotta go because she starts school in 2 weeks, and I'm not feeling going to the store though. But I gotta do it.
We gotta do it.
But I like school shopping. I always like school shopping when I was a kid.
Oh, I was one of those kids. Keeper.
I always wanted loose leaf paper.
Nope, I just wanted a new trapper keeper that I was never gonna open up and I was never gonna use it. I wasn't doing no homework.
Oh my God, that's what I was. I used to go to the store. There used to be a store in New York, in the Bronx, because that's where we're from, folks. We are from the Bronx. So there used to be a store in the Bronx. Woolworth.
Oh God,
I'm trying to see if I'm saying it right. Take my Spanish accent out of it. Woolworth. And it was right there on Fordham Road, and that was my favorite store to go right before back to school. That was the best thing about going back to school. Yeah, when it was like let's go get your things for school. Yay! Pens, papers, notebooks, yay!
That was the only day you wanted to wake up and go to school. The first day of school and the last day of school. Those were the only 2 days out of the school year you wanted to go. Because by the second week of school, nobody wanted. I didn't want to look at the trapper keeper. I hated everything.
And I went to private school though. I went to private school from the first grade to the 12th.
Yeah, we heard stories about y'all.
Whatever. I went to private school, and it was different because they had set things that you needed to have. It wasn't like one of those like each class
like
you have
the extra short skirts.
We're not even talking about that, but anyway. But that, it was fun. The thought of going back to school and seeing your friends, that was always a fun part. I had nuns in high school. So for anybody that's listening that went to high school with me, you'll know we all had our nuns. We had the ones that were special, and we had the ones that were really good. We had some really good ones too that we had in the school. And that was in high school. So,
everybody make sure that whatever decision you make about your kids, just make sure that they're safe. And that's the main bottom line. You got to keep your kids safe. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting, all the kids going back to school. So I'm not doing the car line. I'm just going to walk her because it's close to the house. And that's that.
Yeah, it's close to the house enough for us to walk. And it's good exercise. So just get up and walk. It's just a matter of waking up in the morning because, folks, father and daughter are exactly the same. She is her father's child. I'm going to tell you right now, because waking up these two in the morning will piss you off for the first half of your day. Just waking them up early in the morning will piss you off for the first half of your day. It will stress you out immediately.
It's okay. You love to get them up. You have coffee.
My son, he's a dream. He's like me. The alarm clock goes off.
You see a theme here, people?
You wake up and you're like, oof. And then you finally get up. Father, daughter, I'm dragging her out of the bed.
What you want us to do?
I was like, I could tell him, Kevin, it's time to get up. Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. 10 minutes later, Kevin, you got to get up. Oh, yeah. I'm up. I'm up. Okay. He sits up, and you see him just doze off and look like he's about to fall off the bed. I was like, you can't.
Wait, I got a question. Does anybody, people out here in South Florida, y'all got pools? Y'all ever want to take the water out your pool and then you want to put new water in and then you kind of get lazy and you leave a little bit of water in the bottom and then maybe there for a week? You ever have that? Because I had that, and every day I would just check it to make sure that there wasn't a swamp monster growing in the pool. So the other day I go in there and I'm looking at the water and I'm like, something's just not right. I'm like, maybe it's the mosquitoes. It's bouncing off the water. I see ripples in the water. Now, mind you, it's about 2 inches of water in the pool. 2 inches. So I'm like, why does the water look like it's moving? So it's a pool. It's not near any other body of water.
It's an above ground pool.
It's an above ground pool. You buy off of Amazon. Big round thing. You put water in it with a hose. There you go. So I decided, okay, there's no water in it. I'm going to shake the pool, make ripples in the water to see what's going on here. When I tell y'all the water moved. How big is the pool? How many gallons of water this thing is? How big is the pool?
It holds up to 4,000. Well, it's a 15. It's 15 by 48, so it's 15 feet.
Okay, so it's big.
15 feet in what is it? Width?
Wide. But it's round, so
it's round. It goes around diameter, whatever. 15 feet. Whatever.
So it's big. There were hundreds of, I want to say thousands of tadpoles
Probably
in
a
my
couple
pool.
hundred, like maybe like 100
No, it
tadpoles.
was more than that.
It's like 100
It
tadpoles.
was about 8 million.
Mind you, folks, this is the same guy that he just went through this whole big thing at Home Depot because he fights frogs every day.
We have war on frogs.
Every day, all sizes, everything, all sizes of frogs. Last year was the worst.
Yeah, I was killing frogs like I was in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was the worst. But so to see all those tadpoles in there and trying to figure out how the hell a frog get in there to leave tadpoles and how did that happen, we have no idea. So we ran and I grabbed pool shot.
I told her about that. Yeah, she grabbed every chemical that she could find.
Chlorine, algicide,
bleach, ammonia,
not ammonia,
fabuloso, you name it. She was throwing it in that pool, and I kid you not, within 2 hours, there was nothing ever moving ever again in that pool.
Yes, sir. So now we got to figure out how to dump all that stuff. We're going to get a vacuum. Oh, that's what we need to get.
What?
The pool vac.
Oh, yeah, we do. So we can, who's going to suck up all of the pools? All of the...
Well, no, we got to take what are you going to do with the water?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
You got to get a pool vac. It's a hose. It's a long hose. You put it in it, and it sucks up all that water, and you dump it. But you don't dump it on your grass because you're gonna have all the tadpoles. Resuscitate.
You know what? And if we had
resurrect.
Oh, you know, speaking of resurrect, if we put all of them tadpoles into the grass and they seem to be dead, and they wake up and rise again, like Game of Thrones. We're going to have a problem. Have y'all people seen Game of Thrones?
Don't talk about it. I'm in season 6. I just started season 6.
So, Game of Thrones has been on
season 6
for a long time.
Episode 1.
And we didn't have HBO. So we hear people talk about it. You see the award shows. Everybody's winning. You know, we're like, well, why are they winning all those awards? You've never seen it. So we decided to watch it.
Well, you decided because I watched it once. And I was like, it was too heavy for the first 10 minutes. It was too heavy and I just stopped.
I watched the first episode and then stopped watching it for like a year. And then recently, a friend of mine was like, I'm going to watch it. So I said, okay, I'll watch it too. So we watched the whole 8 seasons. Oh, my God. So now I got my wife hooked, Virginia over here hooked. And so now I'm watching it the second time with her. This got to be the most amazing TV show I've ever seen in my life. Props to Peter Dinklage. That is the best acting job I've ever seen. Peter Dinklage, shout out to him, because you got your Tyrion Lannister, you got your Cersei, you got the Mother of Dragons. Oh God, I can't talk about it because she hasn't seen all of it, so I can't spoil it. So I'll just leave it that if you've seen Game of Thrones, people, shout it out. We love it, So some people we know, we like Game of Thrones, but there's some folks out there, they're bored. They'll start some random stuff I don't know, seniors for Bruno Mars or something like that. They might do that. So if you're bored, shout out to my seniors for Bruno Mars people. Y'all, you know who you are. That's a thing, people. Yes, that's a thing.
How do we go from the segue from talking about back to school and getting your kids ready to go back to school to talking about dead tadpoles and then Game of Thrones. Now to seniors for Bruno Mars.
Well, that's what we're about, people. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about everything. We're not going to be scripted. We're not going to be in a box. We're going to jump from this, that, to the other, and we're going to have a good time doing it.
Just keep up.
Keep up, yeah.
Keep up.
So that's why we're recording it in a podcast, because now you can, go back and what did he say and what happened? And, have a good time. Just take the journey with us, because that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Kevin and Virginia Tolliver Lyons, married 21 years. We were kids. And now we just, living life.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we're just having a good time. And we thought, we'll have some short episodes as we first get started. And then, as the topics themselves get different, we might need a little bit more time. So if you got a request, if you got an idea, send us an email.
Instagram.
Twitter.
Facebook.
Tickety-tockety.
What? TikTok? Yeah.
Tickety-tockety.
TikTok. Sorry.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. I'm finished for the day.
It's like 6:30.
And they say what?
6:30. 6:36. So
say the date, though.
Why we can't say the date? It's okay.
Yeah.
She's new to the podcast game, people. So she doesn't know that we have to record before we put it up. See, it's not gonna happen live. We're not gonna actually put up a live show do it on Sunday and then put it back up on Sunday. That's a lot of work, and we got other things we gotta do. So we're gonna chop it up in a week when we come up with different things. We're gonna put it all together, and on a Sunday, after we bake the pie all week, we're gonna come to you with the delicious podcast pie. That makes sense?
That makes sense. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes, podcast pie. Is that a thing? A podcast pie?
I don't think so. You're going on.
Hashtag podcast pie.
You're going off topic again. I'm gonna stop listening to you for a second.
Okay.
Anyway, so folks, we want to thank you for listening to our very first show. You guys stay safe. You have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon. So we're going to be on at least once a week, every Sunday. At what time?
I don't know what time. 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock?
8 o'clock is fine. 8 o'clock at Sundays. That's the time we're going to be on. Hey, actually, we could probably push it to 9. Hopefully, people put the children to sleep about that time, but I don't know if that's going to work.
No, that's a Sunday. It's not like they hang out Sunday.
Yeah, so,
they get ready for work and put the kids to bed for school Monday.
But we're going to be this Sunday on August 8th. You will hear us at 8 p.m. on our podcast. And then we will give you the final time and day of when you can check us out every week and listen to Kevin and Virginia straight out the line.
The best way to catch us in real time, I will put everything up on social media. So it'll be on Facebook, Twitter. We'll throw up some stuff on Instagram. And just follow us and have a good time. All right, y'all. Friday, going into the weekend. And we'll see you Sunday. Peace.
Peace.
Bring the lion out. Bring the lion out. Bring the lion out.